Twitch. Hello, YouTube.
Start streaming on
Glorious
Twitch.
fans.
We should go live on Twitch.
We should go live on Twitch to my even smaller audience somehow on Twitch.
Go business.
Okay. I'm up.
Thank God.
Dang. That's weird. I could have sworn hold on, let me sync this. I could have sworn I had more notes. Then again, I was a lot more like weirdly busy while I was reading the second half, but yeah. Okay. So in general, I feel better than I did at the first the first third. I forget how we're doing this. Quite a bit better. I think this book is pretty great so far. Like I'm very I feel very trusting of this man. I think this is gonna go to good places. I don't see it like I don't see like a whole lot of like warning signs or red flags or anything like that that I should be like worried about. The lore is super cool. Like the slice of history, I guess, is like super deep and cool. Characters are great. All of the characters I just kind of find myself liking even more as time goes on. Shallan, Shallan,
Challenge. Shalon.
Sha- trying to like distinguish it in my as I'm saying it, though I'm doing a poor job because I don't even quite now I'm confusing which is who. But anyways, she's still my favorite. Even though we had like barely seen her in the first third, I like her even more now. She's like very like she's like a flawed character, but I still just kind of like resonate with her, and I feel comfortable with her for some reason. So she's cool. Kaladin's still awesome. Kaladin's probably easily like even more interesting, although Shallan's starting to get pretty damn interesting too with those weird like ghost dreams and crap that she's drawing.
Ooh, I
But
know.
what everything that's happening with Kaladin is like so weird and high level, and like I just don't understand what's going on, but I'm like eager to learn more. Yeah, I guess now that I think about it, like that my eagerness to learn more and read more is like super high. Even though I'm still taking the book like relatively slow, I still won't pass like 1.2 because I just man, I love these graphic audios. I wish all books were graphic audios like this. They make me so happy. I'm just kind of like savoring it. But yeah, let me think some stuff. Oh man, him being in the storm, that was super cool. And I think
Freaky.
that them describing the storms finally, because like this is a very like shove you off into the deep end kind of book, as we've talked about. Like it's just there's just so much going on, and there's this like storm slash lightning element to like this entire story, right? And then when he was actually like in the high storm and experiencing like how bad it is and how this world just experiences those all the time and it's like part of their life, I like it gave me like better understanding and like appreciation for when they say like storm this guy or like you know what I mean, like they must just really hate and completely are terrified of those things because they just it sounded really terrifying. So that was super cool. um let me see. Yeah, it's interesting because like the two main forks of the story. I guess there's three main forks, but we haven't been really on like the that uncle's side, the uncle that's like going crazy, but he's not going crazy. Whatever his name is, Vasimir. I made that up. I think it's vaguely close, but something like that. But like mainly just Kaladin and Shallan, like uh Shallan. What the hell's her
Shalon.
name? Shallan. Yes,
Shalon.
I
Salon.
screwed it up. I screwed it up. Shallan. um on her side there's all this like it kind of reminds me a little bit it's more like Game of Thronesy, and it's more like it reminds me of Warbreaker with all of just like the political intrigue, and it's and like I like don't trust anyone. I feel like that like boyfriend guy of hers is gonna like betray us.
Mm-hmm.
I keep thinking of those like nice thugs from Warbreaker, how we like all basically like loved them, and then and like how bad their betrayal felt. Like I'm still feeling that, and I was like, I do not trust this bitch at all. Um, I don't trust Vosna, even though we're not supposed to trust her. Like she like weirds me out, and I don't understand what's going on with her. Um, I slightly predicted that. Well, I guess they haven't officially said this yet, but like Vosna, Is that her name?
Awesome. Yeah.
Yasna.
Yeah,
Yasna.
Yasna. I'm throwing V's and crap. Just like that. I think I said like Vladimir or whatever I said his name is. I don't think that his name starts with a V. Um, but Yasna, uh, like when she was using her. Oh man, then yeah, when she used her magic that night, that was crazy. That was crazy
That's
when
crazy.
she like just turned them into other things. That was nuts. I almost forgot about that right now. When she was doing it, and I was like thinking about like what's going on and how is this possible. I was like, oh, she's somehow figured out a way to do it without the soul caster, which makes sense because it seems like they were able to do that like sometime like in the past, and maybe now it's like because they're like enfeebled and a lot of people have to use it anyway. But like I kind of like slightly saw that coming, and then it was like more obvious once Shallan did it and figured that out too. Although I was slightly confused on that chapter when she did figure that out when all the ghosts were attacking her, but I think that was because I was like shooting and I wasn't paying enough attention, so that was my fault. Um, Let me see. Oh man, Kaladin and his crew. I love his crew. And there's so many like cool little moments. Like is his name Rock when he's like the cook when they got him his shaver and he came out like all like teary eyed
Mhm.
and he was like that was just so cool. And I think one of the things that's like tripping me out most about these books so far is like we haven't really even had like that much plot happen. Like there hasn't like been like that much that's happened in what like 700 pages that we've gone through, but I'm like completely fine with it. And we keep going from like these like special moments to special moments, whether they're like heartwarming like that or just like absolutely terrifying. And yeah, even though like not like a ton is like actually happening, like as you're like in these like rooms with these characters, like it's just very very good and super satisfying. I guess in that way also kind of reminds me of Game of Thrones. That's how reading that one kind of went too. Like just felt like very very slow, but somehow I was okay with it. So yeah, I'm digging it. I'm super happy. I just want to read more.
Who's
And now,
next?
Julia, you're next.
Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. What the fuck is this? I feel about the same that you do. This book is like incredibly interesting to me, and it wasn't that it wasn't interesting before. It's just like I feel like sometimes with his books, like you just gotta slog through it for like the dots to connect. At least in my case,
Yeah,
and
it's
now
like
the
the
dots are
lore
kind of
gets into you through like
connecting.
osmosis from you just like
Yeah.
living
So
it
now I'm like,
for a while. Yeah, no,
okay,
no, same here. I
exactly.
know. Yeah, same here.
Exactly. So now I'm like, okay, like now I can appreciate it more. Not that I didn't appreciate it. So I'm like, okay, yeah, like this does not look like a G. Does that look like a G?
It definitely needs to be more. I wonder if you could put
G-ish.
like something like behind it to
I
like
might just like add something to like anyways. Moving on. And then like side note, completely funny. Like I was at Michael's and I forgot that to get stuffing because I want them to be like 3D felt, and so I'm tearing up Dexter's old toys that he doesn't play with to use this. Anyways, I really I don't know, I'm on the fence about like okay, and speaking of people who have not come back, that when her weird fucking brother that was ripping the legs off of crabs, like did we like I think we like skipped past that.
oh
Do you guys
yeah
not remember that? So I
yeah.
personally feel bad for her because I think she's gonna go back and I think she's gonna get fucked over by her family.
Mm.
Um, and that's like my hot stuffing. But overall, like, oh my god, like the storm scene, like her, how she was like running away and like drawing things, like it was just so crazy and like so good. And I'm so curious to see what's gonna happen. Kaladin and his crew are like the absolute best. Like I have nothing bad to say about them except that like I just think they're so freaking cool and like so funny. And Rock is my favorite character, like by far. Um,
Ooh, and like the elderly gentleman, I forget his name.
yes, the new one.
His
Is he new
voice
one?
actor and that like
Oh,
cadence and tone
phenomenal.
that he has. Oh my gosh, I freaking
Phenomenal.
love that guy. So
So
cool.
good.
So cool.
Um, so yeah, it's just like it's just so interesting. Like I'm dying to know more. Everything's okay. I do like the guy, her like love interest. Chalin's I keep on saying Shalin's whatever. Shalin's boyfriend. I can't say Shalin because now I'm
That's
dating
what
Annabelle's
I
husband.
that's what was happening to me too.
Uh, I think like her love interest is like I did like him. I think he was interesting, and I don't I like her or not. I don't know. I'm like on the fence about her really. I do think like Vajna's like teaching was like important. Like I do agree with that. I'm like, that is literally what philosophy is. Like, so I do like her as a teacher, to be completely honest with you. I think that's like super interesting. And I'm trying to think of what else I can think of right now. I just finished two. I just want to know what's gonna happen. So okay, so that's what I'm trying to get at. So the entire point of this is that they're trying to figure out, well, at least Vajna and Kaladin, they're kind of trying to figure out what the void bringers are, right? Like that's at the core of it, what everybody's trying to like figure out. Well, at least on Shellen's point, like they're just trying to figure out
Yeah.
what's happening
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Yeah, on that side.
Yeah.
Is Kaladin even trying to find anything out? Not really. They're just trying to survive, I
See,
guess.
I'm wondering if they're two different timelines, and like you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? That's what I was like wondering. I was like, wait, maybe. This is so hard to fucking stuff. I should have done this.
Actually,
I
no.
should have
They
done it.
well, no. Yeah, I guess. Hmm. There was like a link, right? Because we saw Yasna do that like writing magic or whatever to that guy that's on Kaladin's
Oh,
side.
that's true.
But
That is true.
Kaladin
Okay.
wasn't present for that, so I guess it could technically still be. But no, I think they're
No,
synced
it's
up on
probably
time.
not.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just like genuinely curious to see what's gonna happen. I know my favorite. I think my favorite part so far about this entire book is a flashback to Kaladin's life. Which, mind you, so this has only been a year because the last flashback we got, it was like a year ago, and he was already a soldier. So from then until now is not a lot of time, right? Or did I like
Um.
misinterpret that?
Actually, now that I think about it, because some of his flashbacks are 5 years back, but you're
Yeah, but
right.
the
Some of
last
his
one said
flashbacks are
1 year
further than
ago.
that.
And I
Yeah,
was like, a
yeah.
year ago, he was part of like
Hmm.
the person's army. So this was like really recent that all of this happened to him. If
And I guess
my
that
like,
makes sense because him
quick,
being a bridgeman, it's not like it would be probable that he had been there for like 3 years.
yeah.
All bridgemen are kind of
So,
new.
and I'm
Hmm.
wondering like who the sprite is and everything. Like, I'm just so
Oh
curious. I don't
man,
know.
all the
She's so good.
spren.
She's so freaking. The
Yeah,
Spren. Yeah, the Spren is like
yeah.
really good too, and like trying to figure out who she is and like what her purpose is. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just like so intrigued. Like I just want to know. But also, I need more people to get my juices flowing. So and I'll go ahead, and then I'll probably have more to say at the end.
Mhm. Okay.
Ooh. Oh wait, you're either muted. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
getting a call.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
Yeah, it felt like a funnel. Like at first, everything was like coming in, but now I feel like it's getting smaller because the story is starting to make sense now. But you're right. The plot is almost like not non-existent, but like it's still coming along. Like so far, what has happened? Like we have Kaladin and he's in the bridge and whatever. But like if you really
Yeah,
think about it, we're
but
like
he's like
more
still
than
in the
half.
bridge. They're all still in the same spot.
Exactly.
Like yeah, like there's no
Exactly.
like actual plot movers where like they go to point A to point B. Like not a lot's happened. Not a lot's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the difference between eating like a chocolate sponge cake and eating like a dense fudgy chocolate cake. This is a dense fudgy
Mm,
chocolate cake because it's so
yeah.
rich. Like I think it was Julia who was saying that how does this man think of all these things? Like for example, like he has subplots to subplots and like backstories to backstories. Like Rock's story, he was talking about his culture and where he's from and how with the royalty it's his family members who serve them, and he's like, wait, you have
Mm-hmm.
random people
I
serving
know.
it? I'm like, that's so cool. Like how did he like think of these sort of things? Like why is this even part of the story? It's just to add more layers and complexity. I just think it's so cool. But yeah, I'm not mad about the fact that there's no plot yet. Like, I still like the story. I'm intrigued. I want to know more. Um, I think my favorite so far is Shalan. I'm just gonna say Shannon. Okay, I told him this morning too that we're all just saying Shannon because it's so confusing.
Yeah.
So yeah, he is a girl now. So whatever. Yeah, I just like, and I think that her voice actor is doing her justice too. Like it brings out her character so much more. It's pretty cool. I
I
don't like
agree.
her boyfriend also. Like I feel like he's a bit sus. Like there's something definitely underhand going on because he was like bringing her jams and bread. And like please cool it,
Why are you
whatever.
liking him?
Yes,
That's
no,
his.
though I feel like the author wants us to think that she's a sus character, but I think that she might be in the right, probably further along. But I don't know. He has a way of twisting people and stories, so I can't really even predict what's gonna happen. But yeah, Kaladin is cool. The storm scene was like really good. Do you guys remember Shazette or Seth, the assassin guy? Like there was like one chapter with him in it in this particular part, and then he
Oh,
kind of just vanished,
yeah,
where he kind of
barely.
got bought
But
over.
yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Crazy. Are you good? Oh,
Is
she
Julia
muted out. I
joking?
see. Do your thing. Do your thing.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh. Okay, I think she's okay. Good. Okay. Yeah. What else? We didn't hear much about Gabriel and that guy. Like he started building that trench, and then after he went radio silent for a while.
oh
So
yeah.
where is he? Where is his son? What are they
Yeah,
doing?
for a while, it's kind of just been going back and forth between Shalin and
Yeah,
and Kaladin.
Paladin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm starting to
yeah,
and actually now that I think about it, I wonder if that's contributing to the fact that we're feeling more comfortable and it's not feeling as scattered because
yeah,
towards the beginning it that there was a good like 6 plots that they were just like
We're so fucking funny.
and so yeah maybe that's helped now that I think about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Huh.
And you're right. It does feel very much Game of Thrones, where like you have one person's perspective and another person's, and then suddenly they overlap, and you're like, huh? And then
Right,
like somebody
right.
else's, and then like you go 13 chapters without hearing from the person you heard at the start, and then suddenly he or she pops up, and again you're like, huh? So it's like that a bit, but still, I'm getting. I would say 95% of it, a good amount. So I'm
Yeah,
still enjoying. I want to see how
enough.
it goes. Yeah, like I'm not as confused as I was in the first part. I feel like I kind of got on board with it. Like I'm on the correct train for sure, not the wrong train. So I'm like, okay, I want to see where it's going. But yeah, that part though where Gabriel Galadin. Anyways, that guy he put on his shard armor and he started battling it out. That was pretty cool because I did not know what
Oh,
this armor did. But then, like once he put it on and he went into battle, I was like, oh wow, this is cool. This guy knows how to write like fantasy and proper fantasy. I'm like, I'm enjoying it so far. So
I
let's see
know.
how it
I know.
goes.
I remember
I
now. Were you done? No, I'm so sorry.
oh, you're well, I
I'm
don't know
done.
now, but there's something wrong with your mic. You sound
Yeah.
like you're under some robot water.
Ish.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I the assassin. We mentioned that. Somebody just mentioned that. You just
Shazet or Zeth.
I was
Yeah.
so crazy how he was just like, oh, here we are, like you just said, and I'm like, tell me more, because that's so freaky. And the shard blade and like his little stone. So I'm so curious. I just wanna know more, guys. I'm
Mhm.
dying to know what's happening.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
totally want to know.
same. And yeah, now that I'm thinking about it more and more, yeah, I think it probably really is the fact that he's sort of like shut down the flow on these other storylines and let us focus on these two. That probably really is a huge contributor of why we're feeling better. I feel like once that spigot turns back on, I might get confused again
Yeah.
because like what was happening with like the royalty near Kaladin, I wasn't even sure if they were actually physically near Kaladin or just like in charge of his crew, but like all that stuff
What?
was quite
Oh,
confusing
yeah.
and all of those
Mhm.
names and that was quite so it's kind of been nice like not having to think about that, but we can't we can't forget that it's there, so once that comes in I'll probably get confused again because yeah, yeah, huh.
Yeah. And we still don't know why Cal keeps like surviving, right? And even
Yeah.
the storm, like that was crazy. Like we still don't know why that's
Right.
happening though.
And
Okay,
it
good.
and it like feels like it has to do with Syl, but if it does, like you
Yeah.
don't understand how or why that is. And then when
Good
she
point.
said like when she oh my gosh when she said
Yeah. Yeah.
I've helped men kill before, I was like, what does that even mean?
What does that
What
mean?
does that
It
even
was
mean?
was
Poor
And
he
then
in
they
the
little
just
thing.
we
flashback
just
too?
skip past it. Oh, crazy, crazy, crazy.
Okay,
Side
Yeah,
good.
note, look, it does look like a G.
It
yeah.
does now. Yes.
Wait. Let
Wow.
let go of the bottom part. Yeah. How did you get it to like? I guess just because you
I
finished
stuffed
sewing
it.
and now it's okay.
So and then you
Oh, which gave so
yeah.
for more structure. Cool. Yeah. No, that
Yeah.
looks great. Nice.
Hey, fucking 10 more letters. Anyways.
You're
But she was in his flashback too, right? Like for his Dexter's toy, the stuffing coming out. She was in his flashback, wasn't she? When he was doing something, or he was killing somebody, or he was doing surgery, somebody was protecting him.
I don't remember.
Okay. Never mind.
And then yeah, man, Kaladin's flashbacks are really good. And that night when there was like the two almost dead guys and all that drama, and learning that his dad like stole the stones, and like I get for the most part what that means, but at the same time, when we heard the original story of the stones being either stolen or not stolen in the accusation, I kind of like I'm like fuzzy on what that was, but I'm like I'm good enough by just knowing that so he did do it, so that's like interesting too. There's just so much. There's so freaking much to this book. It's crazy. So much, but it's great. I'm in a happy place every time I read. Pretty much, it's pretty great. Alrighty, is that about it? Any other thoughts?
No, I'm just gonna keep reading, see what's gonna happen.
Another 300 or so page stint. All right, goodbye, YouTube. We love you so much.
Bye.